Hello everybody, my name is Duckhead, and today is history. We are about to witness the most historical event of the entire 21st century right here. Of course, I'm talking about the first ever Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. It is officially time. Well, here we are. I have a feeling that this is either gonna be like really great or like really underwhelming, and there's not really any in between. Like, I don't know. This is either gonna be the best thing I'll ever see in my life or just a really boring Direct. But I have a feeling it'll probably end up being pretty good. It's kind of crazy, but we're officially done with the Switch. And we're now moving on to the Switch 2. I'm assuming they're gonna fully actually like properly showcase the console this time, so I guess we'll have to see what really is different about it from the original Switch, which I'm very curious about because I do wonder how like the Switch 2's UI actually looks, and I also do wonder what kind of new features it has. Because as I said when I reacted to the Switch 2 reveal, the console itself right now really does just look like an upgraded Switch. It really doesn't have much else going for it besides the fact that it's just an upgraded Switch. So I do really wonder if they're gonna showcase anything here that's really gonna make it stand out. But I guess we're gonna find out pretty soon. Okay, now as for the games, here are my predictions. I'm gonna go ahead and predict Mario Kart 9. They showed off Mario Kart 9 in the Switch 2 trailer, so I mean, it'd be kind of weird if they didn't show it off here as well. I'm also gonna go ahead and predict here that the final announcement of this Direct will be a new 3D Mario game. We have not had a new 3D Mario game since Mario Odyssey, so it's been a really long time. It's been since the Switch 1 launched, and I just feel like that a new 3D Mario game would be a really big launch title for the Switch 2. I'm also gonna predict a new Metroid Prime 4 trailer that is going to announce a release date, and the release date will be the launch of the Switch 2. I am going to predict that there will be a new Fire Emblem game. I'm pretty sure that they do a new Fire Emblem game about every 2 years or so, and it's been about, I think, 2 or 3 years since Fire Emblem Engage came out. So I think it's about time for a new one. I'm also gonna go ahead and predict a Breath of the Wild remaster. Now, for what it's worth, I say predict, but I'm pretty sure that this already got leaked. So I'm just kind of running off of the leak here. I'm not really predicting that. I just kind of am assuming it's gonna be here since it's already been leaked. And now these next two games I don't think will be shown off here, but there is a possibility that they could be. And that is a new Animal Crossing game and Splatoon 4. Now, like I said, I don't assume that those two games are going to be here. I feel like they'll save those for a little bit later. But I do think that there is a possibility that they could be here. And I wouldn't be entirely surprised if those got shown off here. And that is all of my predictions. Now, I know that those are some really high expectations, but this is a really big Direct. I have a feeling that if Nintendo's gonna go hard, they're gonna go hard right now. The Switch 2 doesn't really have a whole lot carrying it as a console, so I feel like in order for this console to really be successful, they're gonna have to have a banger launch lineup. I'm assuming that Nintendo is really gonna try and make sure that the Switch 2 has a very stacked lineup of games for its first year. So I think they're probably gonna go pretty hard here. They're probably gonna show off some pretty big stuff. And plus, those predictions that I said really are not that crazy if we take into consideration the Switch 1 presentation. If you recall the Switch 1 presentation, in that same show, they announced a full trailer for Breath of the Wild along with a release date, Splatoon 2, Xenoblade 2, Mario Odyssey, ARMS, and a new Fire Emblem game, all in one presentation. So I really don't think it's all that unreasonable to predict that Nintendo is going to try and go hard like that for this Direct too. But I guess we're just going to have to find out, so let's jump into it. The first ever Switch 2 Direct. Alright Nintendo, let's see what you're cooking. Oh, look at this new Direct intro. This new Direct intro is crazy. This is already huge. This is a giant announcement. Nintendo Switch 2. Here we go. Oh boy. Let's go Mario Kart. Ha! First prediction is correct. I've been waiting. I've been waiting for so many years for a new Mario Kart. Whoa, what? You can play as a cow now? Let's go. Some of these tracks look new. These look really good. Just eat a burger? Why are they eating burgers? What's happening? The music in this game sounds a little bit more rock inspired too, compared to like the jazz from Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart World. Okay, it's not Mario Kart 9. Okay, cool. That looked really good. Who are you guys? You're not Shinya Takahashi. Who are you?
Launching exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh man, it's a Switch exclusive. Who could have predicted that? So the carts are like planes now. They're not gliders anymore.
Welcome to this vast world.
Whoa! Open world Mario Kart?
Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change.
Oh, that's so cool actually. Wait, that's fun.
Drive virtually everywhere in this world.
Okay. So it is open world Mario Kart. Okay, of course, of course.
But don't sleep at the wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as part of the competition.
Whoa, so there's no level, like there's no loading screens between the tracks. That's crazy.
Race non-stop from one corner of the world to another.
Oh no, that's fun. Oh boy, that sounds fun actually. Free roam, wow. Why though? Is there like stuff to do? So it's literally open world Mario Kart. What? Photo mode, yes. We need more photo modes in games. Let's go. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, okay, it's a launch title. It's a launch title. Okay, that's really soon. That's all right. I'll be watching that. Wow, okay. I'm gonna have to look at that trailer again because there's a lot to unpack there, dude. First off, can I just say I just now noticed that this is a 1 hour direct. Okay, this might be a long video. That's crazy if they have that much to show.
These are the Joy-Con 2 controllers.
Joy-Con 2. Okay.
We've added a new C button.
Okay. I thought it was a second capture button. It's a whole new button? I thought it was just a different capture button. Oh, that's a cool new logo. No! No way! Please tell me they're bringing back Miiverse. Please tell me they're bringing back Miiverse. Okay, but there's built-in voice chat now. It looks just like Discord, by the way. Like, it's literally just Discord. That's crazy that this hasn't already existed. Oh, that's not gonna work good now, is it? How clearly, though? Because, yeah, if you're at a distance, that might just sound horrible. I don't know. We'll see. Screen sharing! Wait, that's cool, too. Wait, there's a camera option, too. This is crazy, actually, because Nintendo has been, like... Nintendo's had, like, a phobia of voice chat for so long now. The fact that this hasn't been implemented already is crazy.
Or expand another friend's game screen.
You know, I'm actually really glad that they're being honest about the frame rate. Like, the fact that it, yeah, it probably doesn't look that great. I would fully expect Nintendo to, like, show the screen share in, like, complete 1080p perfect frame rate. But no, they're actually showing that it's not perfect. Which is fine. That's not a criticism. No screen sharing is, like, perfect, but... Man. I just am kind of surprised Nintendo's being honest about that.
I think I know where you are. Wait. Okay.
How do you get lost in Mario Kart, bro? What are you? It's a track. You follow the track. Oh, it's an accessory. Okay. Oh, you can do face cam gameplay. Okay. So, does the console come with this, or do you have to buy this separately? Probably. Oh, that's crazy. That's cool. That's cool. So you can have, like, built-in face cam in the game.
You can play games and hang out as if you were together in the same room. Play together.
This isn't really a revolutionary concept, Nintendo. You should have had this 20 years ago. I mean, they kind of had it on the Wii U with Wii U chat, but I don't think you could play games at the same time while you're on Wii U chat, so it was, like, basically just a version of Skype. I mean, yeah, that's really cool. That's great that they have that, but please just introduce Miiverse. I want to, like, meet children on Miiverse and then, like, get them into a voice chat and then just bully them in Smash Bros. That's what I want to do. I just want to bully children in Smash Bros. So please bring back Miiverse so I can easily find children to bully. So it probably doesn't come with the console, I assume, then.
A Nintendo Switch Online membership.
Yeah, of course.
Game chat.
Of course.
It will be available without a membership for a limited time. We hope you'll try it.
Okay. That makes it seem like... That makes it seem like the Switch 2 is probably going to be coming out later this year. Because if it's coming out like summer this year, or whatever, then that's a really long open access period. So I'm assuming this console's probably coming out way later in the year. Oh, that's cool. So it's like remote play.
Multiple screens can be played if one person owns a compatible game. With Game Share,
Ah, nice. Even if you don't have the game yourself. That's really cool. That's a great addition. Yeah, that's really good for Clubhouse games, especially because if you're playing in real life with at least 3 people, there's only like 4 games you can play out of the 50. So with that, it would make it a lot easier because now you can actually just like link your Switch together. So that makes it a lot easier. Okay. That's pretty sizable. That's good. All right, high definition display.
Double the 1080p screen.
Nice. So it's 1080p screen. That makes sense. Up to 120 FPS? I don't know how many games are actually going to run in 120, but that's crazy that they can do that.
Joy-Con 2 controllers connect magnetically. Strong magnets keep the controllers firmly attached to the system. Detach your controller.
I'm sure I could rip it off.
The release button on the back.
Nintendo underestimates my strength.
SL and SR buttons are bigger.
Yeah, this is much needed. This is much needed. So it's basically just an adult-sized Switch now, which is pretty great. Mouse controls? What?
Used as a mouse to play
Oh.
compatible games. Both the left and right Joy-Con 2 support mouse controls.
Okay, no game is gonna use that. Like, literally, what game could possibly use that? Maybe Splatoon, but that's probably it.
Nintendo Switch 2 comes with 256 gigabytes of internal storage.
Oh, thank you.
Times that of Nintendo Switch.
Thank you, bro.
Game downloads,
Thank you.
and more.
How this was not already the case is crazy.
To connect to your TV and enable up to 4K resolution for compatible games.
Up to 4K, there we go.
Also supported in TV mode.
We've got 4K confirmation. That's huge.
The Nintendo Switch 2 dock has a built-in fan that keeps your system cool.
That's good.
This helps keep performance stable.
Yeah, my Switch fan burnt up, so I had to replace it, so that would be great if it doesn't burn up this time.
You can play Nintendo Switch 2 games, as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games.
I hate the usage of the term compatible. Like, what games are not compatible for backwards compatibility? What games are not compatible is what I'm wondering.
Nintendo Switch 2 isn't simply an improved Nintendo Switch.
Well, I mean, it is, but
Redesigned the system
My current location is actually inside the game itself.
give me a new 1-2 Switch.
This is Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour.
What is this? Why would I play this? I mean, this is kind of, like, fun, I guess. So it's just like a tech demo to show you what the console does.
Things like this are possible.
That's very cool. Paid?
Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not buying that. Like, I mean, that's cool if it came with the console. I'd probably check it out, but I'm not buying that. Unless the game is really good, but not for a tech demo.
The Nintendo Switch 2 launch date.
Oh, whoa, they're gonna reveal it now?
Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th.
What? Wow, I thought I was being generous when I said that it would probably come out in July, but June?
Now,
Oh, whoa, that's so soon.
speaking,
Oh, goodness.
you can play 3 types of games.
Okay.
The first type is Nintendo Switch 2 games.
What? I can play Switch 2 games on Switch 2? What? This is crazy!
The second type is compatible games that were released on Nintendo Switch.
What do you mean by compatible? What games aren't compatible?
Some games that were released on Switch will receive upgraded versions that offer things like...
Oh, okay, is this where they announced Breath of the Wild?
I'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Super Mario Party Jamboree.
Okay, never mind. We're seeing Mario Party Jamboree as our Switch 2 visual upgrade, I guess. So I'm hoping that these are free upgrades.
Base game and adds new
I'm hoping that if you already bought the original game on Switch, you can just get these upgrades for free. Otherwise, that's kind of ridiculous. Probably not, though, unfortunately. So it's not just like a visual upgrade, it just like adds a bunch of new content. Okay, I mean, that's cool.
Nintendo Switch 2 players who already own Super Mario Party Jamboree can upgrade
Oh.
to Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree TV by purchasing an upgrade pack.
Well, how much is the upgrade pack? If it's like $5, then like, yeah, sure. But if it's like $30, that's ridiculous. I mean, okay, sure, fair enough. All right, here it is, Breath of the Wild Remaster. There it is. And, and Tears of the Kingdom. Okay.
Enhanced resolution and frame rates.
Oh, whoa, that does look smooth.
Also support HDR.
Whoa, that looks good, bro. It's so weird to see this game running on, like, not iPhone hardware. Like, that's crazy.
Guidance activating. Proceed north.
You can get Google Maps for Hyrule? Okay. That's interesting.
Or you can share your creations using QR codes and send.
Oh, wait, that's sick! That's so cool, though. Wait, that's so cool. Oh, no, Nintendo's gonna make me spend $30 buying this game again. No. I don't want to buy the stupid upgrade pack. That is really cool. That's really cool. That's a great upgrade.
Metroid Prime 4 Beyond will have both a Nintendo Switch and a Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
Okay. That's about what I had expected. Oh, this does look really good on Switch 2, actually. Yeah, this looks a lot better than it did on the actual Switch version. Oh, and there's different modes. KZA as well. Okay, I mean, the textures still look like Pokemon, but, you know, it's definitely an improvement. That's cool. All right, let's go. I was not expecting Tears of the Kingdom, the Switch 2 edition. Yeah, just how much are the upgrade packs? How much are the upgrade packs? Because I want to know how much more I have to spend to get QR codes in Tears of the Kingdom. What is this? What game is this? Wheelchair basketball? What? Why does Nintendo cook so hard on, like, these kinds of games when they launch a new console? Like, they did this with ARMS, and now they're doing it with wheelchair basketball. That is interesting. Okay. I mean, that seems fun, but that is crazy. Oh, Elden Ring. Okay, Elden Ring's coming to Switch too. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, like, to see how many bigger games end up coming to Switch 2 now that it can actually run games. Wait, let's go! This is the most exciting day of my life. I can't wait for them to have improved grass physics. Oh my goodness, it just keeps getting better. First we got FIFA, and now we got Hogwarts Legacy. This is the best day of my life. Whoa, what? Wait, why is there SpongeBob and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater? What? Okay, well, I want to see more of that. Why is Square doing remasters of so many niche JRPGs from the 2000s? Why? I mean, yet again, this is great. This is very great, but why? Bravely Default? I swear like 3 people have ever played that game. Yeah, it seems like Nintendo's really trying to focus on having a strong third-party launch for this console, which is great. Koei Tecmo? Okay, what is this? Oh, no. No! No! Stop! Stop! Do we really need another one? This might actually go hard if they actually do it right this time. They're doing Hyrule Warriors, but it takes place when Zelda's in the past. Oh my goodness. No, stop! Stop! Bro, come on. I hate this, but I also love this, but I also hate this so much. No way, they're doing the imprisoning war? They're doing the imprisoning war? Please, if this is some more alternate timeline BS garbage, then it sucks, and I hate it. But please make this actually canon. Like, if it's actually canon, this kind of goes hard. Really? Really? Oh, what? Okay, so I liked Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. I did, but it got really repetitive by the end, and I spent like 50 hours playing it, and I really do not like the story at all. It was cool until, well, if you know, you know. I'm gonna spend another 50 hours grinding through a repetitive Koei Tecmo game. Okay. Whatever. I'm sure I'm gonna enjoy it. Also, yeah, let's go. Let's go. They're bringing GameCube games to Switch. Okay, great. Well, here you go, guys. Here's your Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD. This is definitely the best version of the game to play that has absolutely no flaws at all.
And higher resolution than the original releases.
Higher resolution, huh? Would have been great if you just released the HD version of Wind Waker that already exists. I just don't like the GameCube version of Wind Waker all that much. It's good, but man, it drags so hard at the end. But also, let's go. Luigi's Mansion is on Switch now. That's a banger game. A new Deltarune? Okay, Deltarune 3 and 4 is now happening. There you go, people. People have been asking about this for like the last however many years it's been since Deltarune Chapter 2. Is this finally gonna get a release date? Release date? Ah, there you go. Okay. Oh, that is kind of cool, because I've always wondered why would anybody ever play a Civilization game on console? They're so much more built for PC. But I guess with mouse controls, that definitely improves the game a lot. Let's go! Okay, actually, WWE games are really fun. They're really stupid, but they are actually really fun. Whoa! Okay, this is actually a really impressive game to have on Switch too, because this game is very graphically impressive. Ah, there we go. Remake Intergrade, probably not Rebirth, right? They probably can't put Rebirth on Switch 2, right? Look forward to more about the Final Fantasy VII Remake project on Switch 2, so that kind of implies they might bring Rebirth or something else along the line. Hey guys, Silksong's still coming. This year, guys, it's still happening. It's still happening, okay? Not sure when or if, but there it is. Puyo Puyo Tetris is coming out on launch. Thank you. Thank you. I love Puyo Puyo Tetris so much. I know that sounds like a joke, but I'm not joking. I love that game.
The next game will be the last from our publishing and development partners.
Last from publishing and development. Okay, so probably not the last overall. Resident Evil? But that would be kind of crazy, right? Castlevania? Question mark? Whoa. Wait, it's a FromSoft game. What? Wait, is it Bloodborne? Wait, that's actually crazy if they're announcing it at the Switch 2 Direct. That would be so funny, actually. What am I looking at right now? Is this a new FromSoft game, or is this Bloodborne Remaster? I don't know. I mean, I've never played any FromSoft game, but this does not look like what I've seen from Bloodborne. The Duskbloods. So it is a new game, okay. Is that a new... I mean, it looks like a Souls game, but they wouldn't do a new Souls game that fast, right? And why the hell would they announce a new Souls game on Switch 2? Like, if they're gonna announce it, why would they announce it at the Switch 2 Direct? It's Miyazaki. So it probably is a new Souls game then, right? New Kirby? Might be new Kirby. What is this? Is it like Kirby Racing? Oh, it's a new Kirby Air Ride. Oh yeah, obviously. I don't... Okay. Crazy. That's actually pretty big. I know people really like Kirby Air Ride, so... Oh, wait, damn! Sakurai's the director? That's pretty crazy. I don't think he's directed a Kirby game in like 20 years. Okay, that's pretty cool. People have been wanting a new Kirby Air Ride forever now.
Next is our last trailer for today.
Okay.
Please take a look.
This is the new 3D Mario. My prediction has to be correct. My prediction has to be right. It could be. It could be. It could be. It might be. It might be that. Or is it Donkey Kong, though? Is it Donkey Kong? It might be Donkey Kong, actually. It is. A new Donkey Kong. Okay. There you go. Okay. Okay, damn, you can just break stuff. This already looks great. So is this going to be the Donkey Kong version of Mario Odyssey? Like, it looks like this probably is built in the same engine, probably, because it looks really similar, actually. There's 2D levels as well. Donkey Kong Bananza. Okay, cool. That's really great. It looks great, too. The game looks very good. All right. Nice. Not long after launch. Okay. Well... I got, what, 2 or 3 of my predictions correct? I said, I got Breath of the Wild Remaster correct, but that was because it was leaked. So, It's up to you on whether you want to count that or not. And I got Mario Kart 9 correct. Was that it? I think that might have been it. I don't think I was very accurate. I am really shocked we didn't get a new Fire Emblem because I thought that that was like a guarantee, but okay. Woo, baby. That was a good direct. That was a very great direct. Okay, well, I'm going to kind of go back through the trailers that are interesting to me. So, the new Mario Kart game. I mean, it looks great. I'm not going to sit here and like analyze every single detail, but just some things that are interesting to me. I see you can have like a boat now. Like, that's just a boat. That's just a boat.
You can straight up just go into like a snowmobile mode now.
You have a plane instead of gliders now. You have planes. This almost looked like Mount Wario. These new tracks look really good. The game visually looks incredible. Something I'm not sure how to feel about, though, is this new, like, open world aspect. I mean, it's cool, but I don't know. Because, for one, I don't feel like we need to have everything open world nowadays, which definitely kind of feels like it seems to be the direction, is that everything needs to be open world, which I don't think is the case. I don't really get the point of this free roam thing, though, because, what do? You just drive around? I mean, that's cool. I like that you can go exploring around the map. But, is there any actual incentive to do that? Is there any reason to go free roaming? I don't know. It might just be like that one Wii Sports Resort mini game where you can just fly around Woohoo Island and, take a look at the scenery. Which, if that's the case, that's pretty cool. But I'm not gonna lie, this new Knockout Tour thing seems really cool. I love this idea of, just going from one end of the map to the other and, a long marathon race. And then, you have to, make sure that you're at a certain place, otherwise you'll be kicked out of the event. So yeah, this actually seems like a pretty fun mechanic. I definitely think I'll probably play that one quite a lot. The new voice chat thing is really cool, along with the whole screen sharing thing. This is something that the Switch should have had, but it didn't. So kind of great that they're finally adding it. Unfortunately, it still seems like there's no sign of Miiverse, but you can't get everything, I guess. At least they're bringing this, which is very nice. I already have Discord, so I probably won't use this at all. But, I mean, hey, you know what? It's good to have it built into the console, I guess. We still haven't really seen anything about the actual, console's UI. We still don't really know what it looks like at all, which is fine. Not a big deal. Hello, everybody. This is Editor Duckhead here, and since recording this video, we have actually gotten a screenshot of what the Switch 2's home screen looks like, and this is it. Yeah, it's literally identical to the original Switch's home screen, which is a bit unfortunate. However, there's a couple new icons. I do wonder what those are for, but I'm not entirely sure. And honestly, I don't dislike the Switch's UI. I am just a little bit disappointed that it's the exact same, because I do kind of feel like that takes away the feeling of getting a brand new console. I don't know, I kind of like it when they switch up the UI every single time, but I mean, I get why they might as well just stick with the same thing. But it definitely doesn't help the fact that the Switch 2 is easily Nintendo's most creatively bankrupt console, with it literally basically just being the exact same thing as the Switch, but slightly better. I feel like a new and improved UI with a lot more personality and creativity could have really helped make the Switch 2 stand out more, but nope, it's still just as soulless as it always was. That being said, however, I will be perfectly happy if they just add themes. Let us have more than 2 themes, please. I want custom themes. And then also make it so the eShop runs it faster than 2 frames a second and we'll be good. The console itself, yet again, doesn't really seem like anything all that interesting. It's just a improved Switch, which I mean is great. It's just a more HD Switch with more mechanics with it, with, now voice chat and the mouse control stuff, which I'm interested in the mouse control stuff. I think it could be pretty cool, but it just really depends on how many games actually utilize it, which I don't imagine is going to be all that many. I really don't think a whole lot of games are going to use this mouse feature. It'll definitely be implemented into Splatoon 4, but other than that, I don't think it's going to be used in too many games. This whole thing was kind of weird. This new game here, the
like, what was it even called? I don't remember, but like this Switch 2 tech demo game. It doesn't really look super like interesting. It just shows you how to like use the console and the mechanics that it has, which I mean would be actually pretty fun probably and pretty cool if it was like a free game that came with the console. But no, apparently it's a separate purchase. You have to like go to the eShop and buy this game, which I'm probably not gonna do that. Hello everybody, it's Editor Duckhead once again, and I just wanted to give a quick little correction to what I said. I said that I'm probably not gonna buy the game, but I just wanted to correct myself and say it's not a probably. I'm just not gonna buy the game. There's literally a 0% chance I will ever buy this. Yeah, like this would be really cool if it came with the console, but it's just it's a paid game, which I don't know. That seems weird. The new Pro Controller looks cool. I mean, it's the same thing as the Pro Controller for the Switch, except now it has a few more buttons, and it almost looks smaller, but I assume it's not smaller, but it almost does look smaller. This new face cam thing seems kind of gimmicky. I mean, it seems okay, but yet again, it's just going to come down to how the games actually utilize it, and I really don't think all that many games will, so I don't know, it just seems a little bit gimmicky to me, but I mean, I guess it's kind of fun. Alright, now this one's very cool to me, the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom HD Switch 2 editions. This is very cool. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care all that much about the Breath of the Wild one. I mean, really, the only benefit to the Breath of the Wild one is that, well, hey, now the game actually, like, looks a lot better. But that's, like, about it. You don't really get any, like, actual gameplay differences or anything. Which, I mean, is still cool, but since I've already played through all of Breath of the Wild, it's really not something that I would probably play. And to be completely honest, I really do think that it should be a free upgrade, but, you know, it's Nintendo after all. But this new Tears of the Kingdom Switch edition, okay, now we're talking. For one, Google Maps for Hyrule is very interesting. I think that's kind of funny. And I guess it's very useful if you're going for 100%. It's kind of like those online maps, those online interactive maps that you can find for the game that I've seen, but like they just made it themselves and now it has voice navigation. And Tears of the Kingdom is genuinely such a good looking game that the visual improvement will only make it better. So that's really great. And my favorite thing by far is this new auto build schematic sharing. That is so cool. That is so great. I honestly think that this will bring back a lot of the hype of people building things in this game, because now instead of just getting the schematics that you find in the game itself for auto build, you can now just use stuff that other players have built. That is so cool. I'm still not entirely sure I'm a fan of it being a paid upgrade. It probably should be free, but I guess it's a little bit more understandable in this case since it is adding actually new content to the game. But yet again, my opinion on that will really come down to how much these upgrade packs actually cost. I'm just really hoping that this whole Nintendo Switch 2 edition thing, like these upgrade packs, don't cost a whole lot. I already think it's a little bit ridiculous that they are making people buy these upgrade packs for games that they already own, but I can kind of understand it if there's actual gameplay improvements, because then it's more than just a basic remaster. There's actually some differences, you know? But it will still really come down to how much these upgrade packs cost, because if they cost more than, I would argue, $15 is even pushing it. Like, if it costs more than $15 for an upgrade pack, then that's kind of ridiculous, I'm sorry. Okay, and this is crazy. Like, this is actually insane. Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. That is crazy, because Eiji Aonuma had said that he was done with the Breath of the Wild games, so that had kind of made me think that there would be just absolutely no more games that are set in the Breath of the Wild world, but I guess they were only talking about the mainline games because, I mean, clearly they're still doing Hyrule Warriors, so I guess they're not entirely done. Now, a bit of a hot take here, but I actually thoroughly enjoyed Tears of the Kingdom story. I thought it was very good, so I'm very interested in this game's story. I'm just really hoping that it's executed better than Age of Calamity because I actually really enjoyed Age of Calamity's story up until the big twist. So I'm just hoping that they kind of stay true to what this game should be this time around. Because I think, yet again, this could genuinely be a really well done Zelda story, as long as they just keep it what it should be. Because Age of Calamity genuinely had the capability to be one of the best Zelda stories of all time, but they just fumbled it so hard. It was like genuinely crazy that they thought it was a good idea. Now, gameplay-wise, I'm not really expecting a whole lot. It's a Hyrule Warriors game after all. They don't really have that much complexity. I mean, I enjoyed Age of Calamity, but the game was just way too long for its own good. I remember spending around like 30 to 40 hours playing that game, and by the end of it, I was just so drained, dude. Like, yeah, I was just completely burnt out on that game by the end. So I'm hoping that either this game is just shorter and doesn't have as much filler content, or they just figure out some way to improve the gameplay to be more interesting. But yeah, I'm definitely very interested in this. We'll just have to see how it plays out. I think these games have the capability of being really good. It just depends how good they do it. Getting GameCube games on Switch is really cool too. I'm still a little bit disappointed that we're getting Wind Waker, but not Wind Waker HD, which Wind Waker HD is the far superior version of the game, and the only version of the game that I would recommend anybody play. I mean, of course, the GameCube version isn't bad, it's good, but the HD version fixes so much of the game's final act that it's absolutely crazy. I mean, if you've played the GameCube version of Wind Waker, then I think you probably know just how brutal those last couple of hours can be. And that's not even getting into all of the other massive quality of life improvements that the HD remaster makes. But either way, I am just very excited to see GameCube games come to Switch anyways. I mean, they might decide to throw Twilight Princess on here, Wind Waker, Soul Calibur 2, Mario Sunshine, Luigi's Mansion, probably Smash Bros. Melee, F-Zero GX. Like, they got some banger games on the GameCube. So that's really cool that it's finally coming to Switch. Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4 is very cool. I know people love Deltarune. I have never played them, but I've heard they're very good. There was actually some pretty big games coming to Switch too, which I was a little bit surprised by. Elden Ring being one of them, Cyberpunk 2077, as well as Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. I was not expecting those games because, I mean, they're pretty graphically impressive games, and I mean, it's just really weird to see those kinds of games running on a Switch, you know? Like, it's kind of surreal. We got 3 seconds of Hollow Knight Silk Song, which I just think is funny. Apparently it says it's still coming out this year. I don't know if I believe that, but hey, there you Hollow Knight fans go. You get your 3 seconds of footage. It's very crazy to me that we're getting a new FromSoft game, and it's being announced on the Switch 2 Direct. I don't know, I feel like if they were to announce something like this, they would have announced it at like the Game Awards or maybe a Sony State of Play or something. So I just think it's kind of funny that they're announcing this on the Switch 2 Direct. That's kind of weird, but hey, I mean, cool. It looks very good. Hello, everybody. This is Editor Duckhead here, and I don't know how I didn't notice this while I was recording, but this new FromSoft game, the Duskbloods, was not only announced at the Switch 2 Direct, but it is actually going to be a Switch 2 exclusive. It's absolutely crazy that one of the biggest gaming companies right now is releasing their next game exclusively on Switch 2. It's especially crazy considering that FromSoft is not a company that I would typically associate with Nintendo. Whenever I think about a Souls game or a FromSoft game, I picture Xbox or occasionally PlayStation. I would never, ever associate them with Nintendo at all. And yet here we are, they're releasing their next big game exclusively on Switch 2, which is crazy. It kind of makes me wonder how much Nintendo had to pay for this, because there's no way that FromSoft made this decision themselves. They definitely got some money to do this. Also, it very much so looks like Bloodborne, which is kind of interesting. I know people have been asking for Bloodborne 2 for years, so here you go. I guess you get a spiritual successor. Surprise, surprise, I've never played Kirby Air Ride because it was like, you know, I didn't have a GameCube, so I've never really had the opportunity to play this game, but I might check this out because I know people really, really loved Kirby Air Ride. But we don't really know a whole lot about this game based off the trailer. It was just like a short little cinematic, so well, I guess we'll have to wait for more gameplay. And finally, a new Donkey Kong game, Donkey Kong Bananza, and it looks fantastic. It looks incredible. Like I said, this looks like the Donkey Kong version of Mario Odyssey, which very much so intrigues me. The worlds look very interesting and unique. The overall level design just looks very fun. I like the fact that you can just destroy everything. That seems cool. Any game that you can just destroy the entire map is automatically great. And it looks like it could get very addicting very fast. So that's cool. This looks very good. Very much so looking forward to that game. And yeah, I think that's the direct. Oh, actually, wait, hang on. How could I ever forget the greatest announcement of all time? How could I ever forget wheelchair basketball? I don't think anybody was expecting this. And honestly, I'm just happy that this exists. This looks like the dumbest game of all time. And honestly, it looks good. Like, this looks like it just sucks. And I can't wait for this game to come out. Like, you would think that if Nintendo were to show off how their new mouse controls work, you would think that they would show it off in like a shooter game or something like that, but no, they're like, let's show off how the mouse controls work with wheelchair basketball. That's the best way to explain how these new mouse mechanics work. And I mean, honestly, that's kind of what Nintendo's known for. They make these absolutely ridiculous creative IPs. So I don't know what I expected, but it's kind of great. Also, we're getting the console on June 5th. I forgot about that. That's pretty big. That is really, really, really soon. That is like ridiculously soon. That is even sooner than I thought. And I thought I was being generous by predicting that it would come out in July. I do wonder what the price is though, because we still don't know how much the console itself actually costs. I would assume probably somewhere from like $400 to $450, but we don't know yet. So that's kind of surprising. I was expecting that we would find out in this direct. Hello everybody, it's me again. We've met each other quite a few times at this point. It's me, Editor Duckhead, and, well, we might not have found out about the Switch 2's price during the Direct, but we did find out about it right after the Direct ended. On Nintendo's website, they showed the price, which is actually $450 US. And honestly, that's not bad. I've seen some people really upset about this, but I'm just gonna be honest, I do not get the complaint with this price at all. Compared to other consoles on the market right now, it is cheaper, which makes sense. The original Switch was $300, and considering that this is a new and improved Switch, plus accounting for inflation, yeah, this is a perfectly reasonable price. Honestly, how Nintendo is progressively getting more and more anti-consumer as time goes on, I was expecting them to be like, actually, this console's $600 or something ridiculous like that. So I'm honestly very pleased about it being $450. However, what I am not pleased about is the game prices, because what the hell? Yeah, there's been a lot of outrage over the fact that apparently Mario Kart World is going to cost $80. And yeah, I agree. What the hell? That's egregious. I mean, this is a very crazy move because, I mean, people have been really mad that games are costing $70 nowadays, let alone $80. And honestly, I hate to be that guy who says that, a game's price determines the quality of the game. But I'm sorry, Mario Kart is not an $80 game. Like, I'm sorry, but it's just not. Now, I understand that games have been getting more expensive. That makes sense. But in comparison, the upcoming Donkey Kong game that they just showed off, Donkey Kong Bananza, is only gonna be $70. So why is Mario Kart World $10 more expensive than the new Donkey Kong game? Well, I'll tell you why, and it's because Nintendo knows that people are gonna buy Mario Kart. They aren't basing the price off of the actual quality of the game, and they aren't basing the price off of how much content and value you're gonna get out of it, but they're just basing the price off of what they know people are gonna buy. Which, I mean, from a business standpoint is a very good idea, but from a consumer standpoint, it's kind of bad. They know this because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the best-selling Switch game by a pretty large margin, and there is no doubt in my mind that Mario Kart World is going to be just as big of a success. Nintendo knows that people are gonna buy Mario Kart no matter what, and they're like, hey, we might as well milk it, right, and just go for the $80 price tag. And also, it definitely does help make the Switch 2 bundle with Mario Kart World look more appealing, since if you buy the game as part of the Switch 2 bundle, you actually do get the game for quite a bit cheaper. But anyways, that's my opinion on the Switch 2 price controversy. The actual console price is perfectly fine and honestly is better than I expected. But the price of the games kind of outrageous. It's pretty ridiculous. But at the end of the day, Nintendo's gonna get away with it because they always do. Honestly, this was one of the best directs I think Nintendo has ever done. This was genuinely incredible. Was it as good as the original Switch's presentation? I mean, no, but like, you really can't top that, so I'm not surprised. But it did an incredible job at actually getting me excited for this console, and there's a lot of really great games to look forward to from this. So, I mean, I'm gonna have to give this direct a solid 9 out of 10. This was great. But okay, there we go. That was the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. My predictions were pretty wrong, but I was expecting a lot more first-party stuff than we got, I feel like. This was a very good way to, I think, actually kind of get me hyped for the console, because up to this point, I haven't really felt any hype. I think what really cemented it for me was seeing Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild running in an actually good quality and frame rate. Like, these shots alone just show me how great a more powerful Switch is. Like, that's actually really great. Because Nintendo games have always had really, really good art direction, but they've never really had good visual clarity or resolution. But now they have both, and that's incredible. And the new mouse controls and the camera stuff, it seems a bit gimmicky, but I mean, Nintendo's always been very gimmicky, so it might work out pretty well. We'll see. Okay, and with that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the video off there. So thank you all very much for watching, and I hope that you are looking forward to the Switch 2. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to go and drink some water. Goodbye.